Hey guys, how you doing today? This is my beautiful Hoya Multiflora shooting star. Um, I've been having a little bit of issues with her. She's growing really good. I got her at the end of summer last year, and she's grown quite a bit. I think when I got her, she was maybe about this tall. She's grown all of this. But the problem I'm having with her is um, she's bloomed for me like maybe 3 or 4 times. You can see she has a bloom spike right here, a peduncle. And every time they get to the point where they're getting ready to open up, all the blooms blast. So I did a whole bunch of research. I read and read and read until I thought my eyes were going to pop out of my head. I watched a few videos. There's really not a whole lot of videos on this plant, but from what I have gathered is this plant, even though it's a Hoya, but it's thinner leafed. It's not like a typical Hoya with a succulent type leaves. This likes to stay a little bit more on the moist side. I was in a forum reading, and some other people were saying that they were having the same issues as far as the bloom spikes blasting. So what they did was, I've got mine in terracotta, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put her over into plastic container and hope that that does the trick. And I'm also going to feed her a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull her out of this pot. I looked on the bottom of the pot and I can see roots coming out anyhow. So she does need to go. This is a little more rounded pot, but it's not really a whole bunch bigger. I don't know. I'm wondering now if maybe I have a little bit bigger pot. Maybe I should. I'm going to get her out first, and then I'll decide if I want to put her in this pot or a little bit bigger one that I have right here beside me. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I just watered her I think 2 days ago, 3 days ago maybe. So she's all ready to get unpotted. She's nice and hydrated. It won't cause any stress on the plant. So I'm just going to go ahead and loosen her up a little bit. And I will be keeping the same soil in with her because she hasn't been in the soil very long and it smells good. It still smells really good. So you can see the roots. You guys see? I loosened her up on the side. There, she's sliding out. This is another reason why I love to water, especially in terracotta, because the roots will stick to the terracotta, but once you water them, the roots plump up and they kind of loosen, and then you can get them out of the pot better, and you're not ripping out a whole bunch of roots. I don't see any roots. Well, yeah, maybe one at the bottom. And I'm glad to get her out of here because I need another terracotta pot this size. So once I wash that up, you can see, look at those beautiful roots coming out of the bottom. And I think, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and just keep her, or put her in this here pot. I'm going to lay her back down gently. Move my tag before I lose it. I'm just going to re-put the soil in here. It still smells really good. And then I'm going to put some fresh soil in. Sorry about the squeaking. My dog is playing with her toys out right beside me in the dining room. Nothing I can do about it. I swear, in my videos, you're either hearing the doves, cockatiels, the dog. If I'm outside, you're hearing the chickens and the ducks quacking, and it's never quiet around here. I'm just going to lift her up, set her down in here. I hope that she is going to do better. It's such a shame. I bought this plant because I absolutely loved the foliage. And I absolutely loved the blooms that she gets on it. And so far it's been so disappointing because all the blooms keep blasting. So I'm hoping this will work and keep her a little bit more on the moist side, getting her out of that terracotta pot. And I was doing, or trying to do well, keeping her hydrated, but after I did all that reading, the terracotta just dries out too quickly in my house. We've got fireplace running. That puts off a lot of heat and dryness, and I have my humidifiers going, but between the fans running and the heat going, and it's just not making her a happy camper. Alright, I am going to stick my tags back in before I forget and I lose them. And this is a really light, airy soil. I've got a lot of perlite in here for her. I pretty much use the same, I can't even really tell you how I use it. I just dump some soil in and dump some perlite. But you can see there's a lot of perlite. I like a lot of perlite. I don't use any kind of bark or anything like that in any of my soil for my plants. So, alright, there she is in her new pretty blue pot. And I am just going to tighten up the stake on her a little bit. She was, when I first got her, she was growing kind of crooked. And I think I'm going to move this one down here. Get another piece of Velcro. But hopefully this helps her so her buds don't keep blasting. It's been really, really disappointing. So I'm hoping this helps me in my situation. I'm going to push that stake down just a little bit more into the soil. But I grow her, oops, let me move my camera. I know you guys don't want to stare at the bottom of my pot. You want to look at the plant. But I grow her in a south window, in a west window. So she's getting really good light. She's growing really well for me. You can see she has 2 more new leaves coming out on the top right here. Right there. And I have a feeling she's really going to take off good this summer when I move her outside on my front porch. She'll really like it out there. But in that terracotta pot, I was watering her sometimes twice a week, depending on how cold it was outside and how much more we had to turn our heat up. It was running about maybe a couple times a week in that terracotta pot. So I'm hoping in this plastic pot I can go a week, week and a half. I'll have to see how it measures out. But she is growing really well for me. I'll put some pictures up of the blooms of the plant in the beginning of the video so you guys can see the beautiful blooms. But it's just a shame. I really was hopeful when this last peduncle started growing and getting to the point where she was getting ready to open up, this right here. And I thought, oh, I kept a really good eye on her and make sure. But then I got sick. And I was down for, I don't know, another week. I've had crazy crap going on this winter with myself, between my back and everything else. But I left her go dry, and I think that might have been what done it. And if I see she's struggling, in this plastic pot. You know, if she's getting too much water, I don't know. I'll pull her back out and do something else. I don't know what, but I'll just have to keep track of her. But this is a really beautiful plant. It's actually one of my favorite Hoyas that I have. And I just love that it's more like a regular leafy plant than it is a succulent type. But so, alright guys, I will keep you updated on how the plastic pot goes. If any of you guys have this plant and are having success with it, please say something down in the comment section to help me and other people out with this. I just got her. I've only had her a few months, so yeah. Alright guys, I will let you go and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Peace.